we live in the US. You're usually exposed to what the country has to offer us. But sometimes we get children's shows from other countries shipped to the US and dubbed over. And there are plenty of examples of this, and mainly it's the United Kingdom that likes to share their work with us. Now, some of these shows come and go. Others are hit or miss. Some are horrible, but they market well. And others are just straight up, what the fuck were you on when you wrote this? Some great examples include Thomas the Tank Engine, which is adorable, wholesome, creative, fun. I could say so many adjectives to describe Thomas the Tank Engine and just how much of an impact it has had on a lot of American kids. Other examples include Bob the Builder. That's another one that I remember from my childhood, owning as many yellow VHS tapes as I can. And then you have the weird ones. The weird ones. Yes, the very weird ones. The ones that seem like they were invented by writers on multiple different kinds of psychedelic drugs, and also artists who see something in this more than a kid or an average person would, and see that it has a deeper meaning in some way. And they write this show and they put a bunch of pretty colors in it. They give the characters a bunch of weird-ass names, a weird-ass environment, weird-ass character designs, and make it like it's a dream-like, adventure-like sequence that can only happen if you overdosed on heroin or you were asleep for 18 hours and this is all you're seeing. Honestly, they're geniuses, because this shit, people have fond memories of it, and it was a way to put kids in such a lucid state that they would be completely distracted from the rest of the world and focused on this fantasy land. I'm not talking about the Booba or Teletubbies today, even though they are prime examples of what I just said. I am instead talking about In the Night Garden. First off, this intro reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are, the movie. I only saw it once in theaters and I don't remember much from it, but I do remember how the psychological effect it had on me. And just like this weird strobing thing of the main character in a boat heading toward the Night Garden, which in reality is just a very large forest on a soundstage, with a bunch of weird-ass characters that like to interact with each other. We meet our main hero here, and these names, man, I swear to God, it didn't take a whole lot of genius to write these names. The main character is this weird blue little guy who blinks a lot and carries around a blanket. I guess he has a blanket fetish like Linus from Peanuts. His name is Iggle Piggle. That's right, you heard me right, Iggle Piggle. And they even give him an introductory song about his name, which honestly, it didn't take a genius to write this fucking song. The guy's straight up scatting these nonsense words. There's a wide range of other characters that appear in this Night Garden, and all of them have equally strange names. We got this little guy who looks like a cross between a Teletubby fetus and Katamari. His name is Makapaka, which once again segues into another introductory song about his name with non-stop scatting words.
Aka waka, mika maka moo. Maka paka, appa yaka, ika aka oo.
The other wide variety of supporting characters that go along with this show and Iggle Piggle's little stupid adventures include this hoe named Upsy Daisy, these weird figurine-type like creatures called the Tungaloos, and you get this thing. This thing always appears in the show. I'll give you a guess of what this thing is called. And it's not called the Red Banana Train of Doom. It is called the Ninky Nunk. The Ninky Nunk! You can't make this fucking shit up. This fucking name. The Ninky Nunk. It might be my new favorite word of the day. Now the biggest question about this show. What's the point of it? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. Like I said before, I think this is just a way to be a distraction to kids. At least put them in a vegetative state while the parents go bang in every single room of the house or something like that. Because there really is no plot to this. These characters just exist in this fantasy land, and they just do shit for hours on end. And they made 125 episodes of this series, and it had a successful long run. But at the same time, people were very critical of it. Like, what's the point behind all this? In all honesty, it is just a distraction. It holds no educational value. This isn't a show like Sesame Street where you can actually learn something from it. It's just overall just drugs. I don't know. Just fucking drugs. That's the only way I can describe it. One of the show's creative team members actually went on to quote it like this: "We wanted to explore the difference between being asleep and being awake from the child's point of view. The difference between closing your eyes and pretending to be asleep and closing your eyes and sleeping." I think a lot of you are probably confused by that. So is it like a dream? Or is it not like a dream? Or is this just what kids' minds look like when they're hopped up on fucking sugar? That's a really complicated viewpoint for what is supposed to be a pre-K audience. So I have no idea how they were trying to go about it with that. Because I don't know what child just shuts their eyes for a few seconds and automatically sees acid like this. Maybe their mother is a crack whore. Overall, this show's legacy either has people have fond memories or just forgot it all around together and pretend it doesn't exist. Thank you guys for watching. This was just my opinion on In the Night Garden. If you want to see me cover more strange kids shows from around the world, please leave a comment down below if you want to check something out. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.